Hi guys, I just received my Prevue 528 Universal Small Animal Home. I'm going to be using it as a hamster cage. It has roughly 600 plus square inches of space, which is incredibly big compared to what I have been using. I have been using this CritterTrail single level habitat, and I joined it to this CritterTrail two-level habitat. But you put those both together, you still only get something like 300 square inches of space. For the hamster. So I wanted to get a bigger one. Actually, this was originally intended for my hamster 𝐒𝐦𝐚𝐥𝐥. Tragically died on Monday due to wet tail. It was kind of sad. It came on really quickly. Within 36 hours, I was able to bring her to the vet on Monday morning. They tried to get her temperature up and get her back to normal, but it was too late. But anyway, I was able to find a breeder today and I'm going to pick up a 1.5-month-old Syrian blonde hamster. So I'm excited about picking her up on Saturday. So I want to set this this Prevue 528 cage up for that hamster, and so let's get it unboxed and let's put it together. Here it is. It's a box in a box. So as you can tell, this is the actual cage. Length 32.5 inches, width 19 inches, and height 17.5 inches. So and the wire spacing is 3/8 of an inch. So let's move the big box out of the way. It's not that heavy. So I think anyone can put this together. Let me grab the scissors. We have a cage. Like this. So here's the cage portion. Right here, it's a gray metal. A little closer. It's covered in a piece of plastic. And it also has a couple of ties to keep it together. Scissors to get rid of the tie. Okay, put this over here for now. Now, there's a little bag, and I think what these are to hold the cage to the base. We'll look at those later. There's also just a piece of metal. Looks like maybe this is one of the carriers. I'm not sure right now. So, this is a platform. This is where there's actually a ramp that goes up to a platform. So it's great for the hamster to sit on. Here is the ramp. Has a little bit of texture in it so that they can easily walk up the ramp because it'll be at an angle. I paid roughly $75 for this cage, but from everything I've read, it's one of the best cages around, for at least for Syrians. There's a small set of directions that show how it's put together. I'll look at that shortly. So the base is plastic. You get rid of the box now. The base is plastic. It's kind of a solid plastic. I just want to take a quick measurement of the length from the top. It says 33.5, but that's kind of the outside. Let me measure it from the inside. Yeah, it's about 32.25. And inside over here it's 17.75. And the depth, which is important because you want your hamster to burrow, it's about 6.5. So okay, so this is basically how it comes. So I'm just going to open up the sides, and then there's the sides actually have little hooks, and they hook in. So the long side just hooks into the side, and so that's done already. Same, let me just bring this up close so you can see it. See the little hooks right there. So you're just going to hook in, if I can get this steady, just going to hook in, just push, and that's solid. So now this should pull up. Okay. This now pulls up like this, and then the same thing over here is there's hooks in the side. You just pull the side piece, and that grabs into the hook. So that's already in. Same thing with this side. So that's already done too. So now, what is the orientation? I'm pretty sure it's like this, because you have the top opening, and then you have the front opening, which is nice and wide. It's excellent. So I assume that the cage just fits right into the lip, which is what it's doing. Let me shut these for now. So it just fits into the lip that runs around the top of the base. So that's already basically put together. Now we have a bunch of these clips, and these hold down the cage to the base. So I'm not going to do that right now. I think the thing to do now is to just take the top off, put it aside, just basically a big rectangle, put to the side, and now I want to construct the platform. So here is the actual platform that goes inside the unit. And it's obvious which side is top. Now there are these holes over here for the hooks of the ramp. This is the ramp. So the holes, the hooks and the ramp are going to go in there. So you can have two different configurations. You can have the ramp be on this side, the right side, or the left side. I'm going to just do the left side. So I'm just going to put the platform inside. Okay. I'm going to take the ramp. I guess I could do it first from outside. Put in the platform. Okay. Alright. Now what you have is these little knobs that they'll go through the screws that are right here. But you have to put the cage back on top, the metal part back on top. Now, what's good that you can open up here, and what they want you to do is screw in the knobs from outside the cage. So I think what you have to do is you actually have to lift up so you can have this at different levels. So what I did, I'll just have it right on the first rung and then take the screw or the knob and put it right in like that. So that's one. Now you want to tighten it so that it grabs the cage. So same thing with the one on the left. Just a knob that screws in. Not much to it. There's also a little kind of point that comes out and grabs the cage as well. Okay, so that's in. Now I have two other knobs. I'm just going to spin this. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. I want to bring this platform up so that it's on the first rung. And then take, hopefully you can see this, and take the screw, the knob, and screw it in. So this makes sure that the platform is in place. Okay, and the same one over here. Just screw it in. Not much to it. You could have the platform higher. It's easy enough to do. Just unscrew these knobs and just lift up the platform. So this cage can open up fairly easily. So what they give you is they give you this door lock. They call it door lock clip. It's just a piece of metal. Looks like about the same gauge as a coat hanger. What they say to do, it's fairly straightforward, is just take the clip and just rest it, hook into the top wire, and then just pull it down. And now if you try to open the cage, you can't. So just to open the cage, you just flip this up and open it. So That's all that dual lock clip is. And it seems to work fine. So that's a good feature. So the final thing to do is these clips. There's 6 of them. So I think what you have to do is put 2 on the long portion, 1 on the sides, so that's 4, and then 2 on the back, so that's 6. So the way to do it is I found that going up 4 rungs for me works good. You want to just hook in to the bar and then just secure it under the lip. So I'm going to put another one here. You obviously can't put a clip where the door is. So you want to go, I'll put the door lock clip on again. Okay, so I'm just going to take this one and go up 4. And then that just holds in. Now on this side, it's a little bit different because all of the wires of the cage are going, north-south. Okay, so you just essentially are going to put put the clip right in between, right where this big piece of wire comes across, and then you want to just pull it down so that it clips into place. So that's not going anywhere. Now on the back, you want to go up. I'm going up 4 visible slots. There's actually 1 on the bottom, but 4 that you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's really the 5th if you count in the bottom one, but you'll figure that out. And then you just want to lock that in place. These will have to come out when you do a thorough cleaning, which shouldn't be bad. And now you're going to just take 2, 3, 4. This is right where the platform is. And just clip it in. And then the final one will be right here. It actually has these little slots so that on the sides especially they'll go into the north-south pieces of metal in the cage, and then it grabs this piece going across, and then you're just gonna push down with your thumb and then it grabs. So now this is ready to go. I'm ready to fill it up with bedding and get it ready for my hamster that I'll be picking up on Saturday. I'm excited about this. It's going to be easy to clean. It's going to be easy to move around. So I'm psyched. And so I hope that wasn't too difficult for you to put together this Prevue 528 small animal home, they call it. It's really a small animal cage. The size is tremendous compared to the other small cages I had. If you do decide to buy the Prevue 528, I'll leave links in the description if you're interested in purchasing. But I'm excited. I'm gonna fill this up and get it ready for my new hamster. Have a good one. So here it is, loaded up with bedding. Coming from the top, I have my SilentRunner attached as well. I have another video on attaching a SilentRunner. I actually made an igloo out of an old exercise ball. I'm not going to be using the exercise ball anymore. I actually made a You see that's my new hamster. That's Cootins. She's actually in her sandbox right now. She's really was digging away at that earlier. But here is the Prevue 528 all loaded up, and she's loving it. I just picked her up today. She's probably camera shy, but this gives you an idea of what you can have with this magnificent cage.